You are listening to the Rick McGinnis Show podcast, where Rick and his guests talk all things affiliate program management. No topics are off limits. Want to learn proven tips and strategies to grow an affiliate program? Look no further. On today's episode, Rick talks to Faith Spradling of Bookkeepers.com. She has been in the customer service industry for over 20 years. For the last 10 years, she has worked from her home office. So learning to balance work life and family life as a mother of 5 children has definitely been interesting. She joined the team with Bookkeepers.com back in the spring of 2017, and in March 2019 was given the opportunity to head their affiliate department. The past year, she has enjoyed learning more about the affiliate management industry and has had the opportunity to attend industry events such as FineCon and Affiliate Summit West. Now here's your host, Rick McGinnis. Enjoy the interview.
Welcome back to another episode of the Rick McGinnis Show. Today, my guest is Faith Spradling from Bookkeepers.com, and we are going to talk about how she has run a successful affiliate program for Bookkeepers.com and some of the challenges and successes she's had managing the affiliate program. Faith, welcome to the Rick McGinnis Show.
Oh, great to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to talk to you. We met almost 2 months ago at Affiliate Summit West in Las Vegas, and I've been waiting anxiously to get this episode recorded so that I can get it out there, because with service products and services and web-based programs, it's a little different than actual physical products. And I wanted to help any affiliate managers that are running these type of programs to let them know that there are ways to make it successful. And hopefully you can just share a little bit of insight without giving too much away about how you've done it.
Oh, absolutely. First, though, oh my gosh, it's been that much time already since Vegas. It just seems like a couple of weeks ago. Wow, time just seriously flies. But that's why we go to those things.
Yeah, no, I know. And it's and I'm still doing follow-ups myself from it. I actually,
yes.
It's crazy. But and yeah, then I'm going to another conference later this month. So my month is very, very busy with traveling. But great to have you, Faith. And just give everyone a little background about who you are and how you ended up at Bookkeepers.com.
Well, I was blessed to kind of stumble upon this amazing company, Bookkeepers.com now. That's what we've rebranded, and I'll touch on that in just a moment. But before that, I've actually been in the customer service industry for well over 20 years, 25 plus years, not trying to give away too much information on my age there, but at least for the last 10 years, I've been able to work from my home office. So once you get a taste of that, entrepreneurial working from home, that bug, it kind of just sticks with you. So I've had to learn to balance that work life, the mother, the education, and then also, now with this new position of affiliate management. So it's been one heck of a ride the last few years. I actually started with Bookkeepers.com back in about the spring of 2017. So going on 3 years now, and it's been a phenomenal journey so far. Just this last year, this is my anniversary, this March, last year, 2019, I was given the opportunity to actually take over and grow our affiliate department for Bookkeepers.com. So I've been enjoying learning more about affiliate management. I've been able, like you were talking about, attending different conferences. I've enjoyed FinCon and Affiliate Summit. I look forward to future summits as well. So I'm just excited that I've been able to start off with affiliate management on the right foot, and we can touch on a little bit more about that in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Now, what did you do when you started at Bookkeepers?
Well, basically, when we started, I'm just pulling into the history a little bit. Our company was founded by Ben Robinson. And Ben Robinson is a former CPA firm owner, and he saw a need and a necessity for bookkeepers, but not just bookkeepers, educated bookkeepers, knowledgeable bookkeepers, ninja bookkeepers, we want to call them. So out of necessity, and with our COO, Kelly Perry, she was almost like the first bookkeeper that he took on and started the birth of what was back then a different name for the company, but we were learned to be a bookkeeper.com at the beginning. And so with that pulling in to Kelly, having a necessity for good bookkeepers, Ben created this program to not only teach individuals how to start a bookkeeping business, but they learn the skills, bookkeeping skills through software. They learn how to set up their company and then how to market their company. So I was brought on in the beginning. We've been open for about a year. We've been through the first set of students so far, everything was becoming a success. We were chirping along different markets. We had started our affiliate program then. I didn't know this, and I wasn't part of the company back in 2015. But from 2015 to 2016, we exponentially grew. It just kind of caught like wildfire. So in the beginning of 2017, they were looking for someone to come over and help handle basically the customer service aspect of a prospective student coming in and wanting to learn more about what they were going to be investing in, what they were going to be receiving. And so I was basically there just for the email acceptance, taking that on. As we grew more and more, we hired on, some additional people to help with emails. I started actually intercepting phone calls and setting appointments. And we started to grow from there even further, so that this last year, we noticed that, hey, we're growing. Our affiliate department is actually growing. And like I said, we had kind of set it. We had our set affiliates that we touch base with every now and again. But being a small company, I believe there were like 4 or 5 of us, just Ben and Kelly and Darlene, love her to death, and myself as the core in the very beginning. And since then, as we've grown, like I said, we found the necessity to focus in on more areas, that low-lying fruit that we had kind of been neglecting. As you grow so fast, that sometimes happens, and you just learn through retrospect and hindsight. So when I was offered the opportunity last March, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Because part of the reason being is I believe in our company, I believe in our product, and we'll touch on that again in a minute, because it's not necessarily, a physical product like we were talking about with SaaS and talking about being an online virtual company, a virtual business, a virtual educational system. It changes the game. So I had to learn about the affiliate program and marketing headfirst. Just dive right in. No putting your toes in, no checking the water. Nope. You just hold your nose or maybe you don't, and you just jump right in. So that's where I'm at right now, a year later. So I'm loving what I'm doing. Can't complain at all.
So this is kind of just they threw you into the fire saying, hey, you're in charge of the affiliate program now. Good luck.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so cut and dry. I have to admit, Ben is an awesome, amazing person. And so, no, he just didn't throw me to the wolves. He provided me with some very good educational courses that I was able to take that really jump-started. Not sure if I should throw this out there, but I am. East Fifth Avenue was a really good educational program that I was able to learn the basis of programming, learn about KPIs, learning about email, learning about reaching out, learning about everything from A to Z that has to do with affiliate marketing. So with that initial training in the very beginning and those courses that I took, and I was able to attend weekly webinars, and I myself am like a knowledge sponge. So I started joining affiliate groups online on Facebook, checking out Instagram, listening to podcasts, anything that I could do to absorb any type of affiliate knowledge. For the first 3 months, that's all I was doing. So with that education that Ben provided for me, it laid down that foundation for me to grow from. I was able to put in processes that weren't yet established for our company, which has now helped us to grow our bottom line exponentially again this year. So I'm actually really proud that I wasn't thrown to the wolves, even though I was given the position as I was going to be thrown to the wolves. It wasn't that horrific.
No, I was just joking around, but yeah, sometimes it just happens that way where
right.
You just, unfortunately, people just say, okay, well, now we need to do this. You were doing this, but you need to do this now. And if you have any questions, ask. That's kind of how I started in affiliate program management.
Oh, wow.
I was I had my own little affiliate site I was doing just to make a little extra money. And then I decided I wanted to manage affiliate programs. And I literally just reached out to a couple of agencies, and one of them got back to me and they hired me without any experience. And I was doing it on the fly. And it was pretty scary. But once you get the hang of it, and once you get the systems and processes in place, it makes everything a lot easier.
Oh, for sure. Like, I totally agree. And then slightly different from your journey, I actually, having the background with our product and our program and getting to know the students that we help teach and that seeing their lives change every day, knowing that our program actually makes a difference. And like you said, it's not just some kind of physical product. It's not a $5 product. It's not something you can push out really quickly. It is an investment, but it's an investment that I believe in. So coming from the customer service aspect where I could answer anyone's questions coming in, and then I could get on a phone call with a complete stranger and be like, hey, you know what? Ask some questions, find out if it was a right fit for them, because it's not. I'll get into this later, but our bookkeeping is not for everyone. We make that very clear. So it's not like we want the masses to come and just sign up for our program and register. No, we'd rather make sure you're, ready for the investment. You're ready to start your own business. You're, knowledgeable with numbers and so to speak. So since I had that comfort level, it was easy for me to then say, okay, let's take a step back and see who is also spreading the word. I know how I spread the word, and I know how I want our business portrayed and how I want articles to be written. Of course it's in the affiliate's voice, but I know what I want said. And if something isn't quite right, I can just knock it off right there. But so far we haven't had that issue. All of our affiliates are just phenomenal. I cannot sing their praises enough. But for me, coming into it from the customer service part and then being able to move into the affiliate part, this role, I knew what I wanted to do with our affiliates from the beginning. Like you were talking about, processes and best practices and, getting all that in place. That was the technical part of it. But the emotional part of it and the journey that our students go through, there's a certain affiliate that has that audience that is just hungry for what you want. And I want to make sure that our story is being put out there. Our history, our offer is being portrayed in a way that best represents bookkeepers.com, but yet still sticks with the affiliates, voice and their audience. So I'm actually extremely happy that I got to progress a few years in and then move into the affiliate world, because now I'm able to develop deeper relationships with our affiliates because of that. I can talk to them one-on-one. I love to have phone calls. I love to have whether Skype or Zoom and have a face-to-face, getting to know them, even on a personal level, how's the family, how's the kids, or whatnot, following them on LinkedIn, following them on Facebook. So it's been a real growth opportunity for me, even personally, more so than just, like you said, being hired right on the spot and being like, here, you're going to take over this position right now, and not knowing much about the program and the backdrop to begin with. So yeah. I can't speak enough for moving forward the way I did my transition into this role.
Absolutely. No. And it's phenomenal, the backstory you just provided. And I want to touch upon something you mentioned there. You like to get personal with your affiliates and get to know them. How has that benefited the affiliate program overall? I'm assuming it's been very positive, but I know that a lot of affiliate programs are kind of like set it and forget it, and they don't build the relationships. And your program is successful. And would it be fair to say that personalizing it and relationships is a big part of that?
I honestly want to say so, patting myself on the back a little bit. But there again, we're talking about a different affiliate platform with a different product. I can certainly understand and don't ever want to downplay anyone that does set it and forget it, because in all actuality, that might be the best for their company. But for our business and our model, with the kind of student that we're trying to attach, I don't want to use the word sale or registration, but that's at the end of the day, when we're talking dollar signs, that's what it is. But when our affiliates are working with us, I do find it better that when I'm vetting an affiliate, even to begin with, before I even reach out to them, or once if they've reached out to me first, depending upon if it's incoming or outgoing, I'll go to their about page. I'll go and look on all their social media pages. I'll look at their followings. I'll look at their comments and see how active they are with their audience. That means a lot to me. At this point in time, we're not looking for a quantity of affiliates for our particular business model. We don't need 1 million affiliates all throwing out a link to a physical product or to a less expensive ebook or something of that, even if it's not physical. We're not looking for the clicks, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We're looking for the actual, return and gaining and garnishing a student that is in the long term going to change their lives. So when I'm vetting these affiliates and I'm reading their about pages, and I love to know their whys. And once I've done my little history on the affiliate, then I go back to them and say, hey, you know what? And I'll look at their articles too. I'll even mention the articles. Hey, I love this particular article. I love how you talked about this. Oh my goodness, you have such a beautiful or handsome young daughter or son, whatever the case may be. Or, hey, you've got a dog, I've got a dog. Whatever it is that I can actually personalize it and make it, a little more closer to them, especially when I'm cold reaching. I find that actually resonates a lot better when I'm reaching out to affiliates that haven't come to us first. So making it personal, and I've gotten pretty much positive feedback, especially when it comes to the smaller details about their articles or their family lives or their traveling, whatever's in their about them blurb. They're like, oh my gosh, no one's ever really mentioned that as an affiliate. that manager. They just want to sign us on and get us to write an article. And for me, that kind of breaks my heart, because at the end of the day, when you look at it through business eyes, they are a business too. And yes, you do want your business to be successful, but your business is only as successful as the work you put into those that are promoting your business. So when I look at it from the outside in and I make it personal and I show that I care, and then I follow up with the video and I know these facts, I make sure I do my homework. It also allows you to have them want you, so to speak. They feel, ooh, I actually like the fact that this person's done their history about me. They really actually did some work here. So it actually feels a lot better to me on a personal level than rather than just, sending out a mass amount of emails or just a blanketed script saying, hey, we have this offer. We'd love to work with you. Email me back. No, I don't think that I would have had the success I've had over the last year if I didn't actually put that personal touch to it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That, in my opinion, that is the biggest piece for recruiting affiliates, is the personalization aspect and showing them that you actually understand who they are, what kind of content they have, so that they better understand who they're going to be promoting as well, and know that they can trust that person and go to them if there's any issues. And I don't like talking about it, but I see it too frequently that like affiliate managers or people that are running affiliate programs just don't care for the affiliates as much as you and I do, because the problem is they haven't been properly trained. That's what I think the biggest issue is. A lot of these people are thrown into these situations running affiliate programs when they have no background in affiliate marketing, so they don't really understand the affiliate space, and without the proper training or education, they're not going to do any good. And that's why a lot of times affiliate programs fail, is because they just, it's no fault of their own. A lot of times it's just, they just don't know. And that's
right.
One of the things I'm trying to do with this podcast is educate people on how to become a better affiliate manager, and what the little details are that make certain programs successful. And recently it's been this personalization niche, making it personal, making it like a one-on-one. So if you don't get the vibe from here, you got to understand that personalizing it and making sure your affiliates are treated as human beings and not just a number in your business, that'll go a long way. And that's enough for me. I'm going to get off my soapbox now and just
I do agree to a certain extent. For us, and particularly with, like I was talking about earlier, our business models that we're in, I don't ever want to knock like a huge affiliate platform, because when you end up having a platform, I'm not going to name big names, but when you do have a larger program and you've got thousands of offers, or thousands of affiliates, and hundreds of offers, it's not just one particular company, it does get convoluted. And like you said, I believe it does lose that personalization for those bigger companies where you're talking about, they're not looking at the individual, they're looking at the total number of, sales and the return on investment and everything that we go through with our KPIs, our key performance index. However, if we had more, like you talked about, more education and more affiliate managers that were trained properly, or at least got into the business even without any education, but their employers offered them that education, I think it would help so much better on the long run for retaining affiliates that are going to put in the work for you. But when you're an affiliate manager and you have a deck of 500 affiliates under you that you're just monitoring on a dashboard, it kind of makes it hard to personalize and to reach out. But so far, thank goodness, with our business model with bookkeepers.com, I'm able to keep that number relatively low, in the low hundreds, which is fine. We're not, like I said, it's not necessarily about the number of affiliates you have. It's about how those particular affiliates are producing and what they're doing to get it out there. So anytime any company like yours or like mine, when we can do something personal, but we're not, that's where it makes me really sad. Like I can look at the bigger picture and say, okay, I understand you don't have the capacity to, do 500 calls every month with your affiliates. I get that. But when you do have the capacity and the ability and the time, and you're not taking advantage of that, I feel like you're a detriment to yourself and a detriment to your own company. You're not doing anyone any good if you're not going above and beyond when you can.
Nope, I understand and agree with that statement 100%. It's one of the things that I'm trying to push more in with my company is making the personalizing and making the affiliates feel welcome, and it's something I'm trying to teach in general the whole industry because we both know that it needs it. But yeah, so it's definitely important personalizing it. But I also want to just discuss with you real quick about challenges that you've experienced running a web-based affiliate program where it's more of a e-course software type of product. What challenges have you seen with that so that other affiliate managers that are in similar situations can possibly relate to and possibly turn things around?
For me personally, I think one of the biggest things is when you're dealing with bloggers or social media influencers or certain people, they get used to a certain way of doing things. And especially with ours being not a physical product and being such a high-end product price-wise, it's not something that individuals can just jump on and say, hey, I have $3,000, I'm ready to invest today. No, it's something that our clientele, our students actually invest their time. They do their research. They go to multiple sites looking at reviews. So a lot of the times, one of the challenges that I find when I'm even reaching out to potential new affiliates or even, dealing with larger affiliate companies is they want to know that percentage of, the click conversion and how high is that and what am I going to get on a return? So immediately for me, a lot of the time, I know this sounds kind of bad, but it's almost a turnoff when the first thing they're interested in is a click ratio for our particular product. It takes a little bit longer for our course to get in, but our upside with our commissions and what we're able to offer percentage wise is comparable to oh no, it's not even comparable. It's such a high rate right now that we have affiliates that are able to garnish 5, 6, 7,000 a month and above, and they still work with other companies, but it's just a genuine product. But like I was getting back to, for me, it's mostly that factual data that they're looking to interpret. They're still looking at it from not a personal level. They're looking at it from a monetary level, which I understand. It's business. I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm not trying to be rude about it. But at the end of the day, when we're a value first company and we're looking at that model of reaching out to potential students that are willing to start their own business, it's been difficult for me a little bit, I think, versus just if I were to have a product and to be an affiliate manager, like, hey, this is, such and such a product. It helps you do this, this, and this. We have this many articles and research about it. It's a little bit different for us. So that's just one of my biggest challenges, I like to say, is just getting into changing the mindset of a potential affiliate that I really want to work with. And I really feel like our program would be good on their blog or on their YouTube page or on their social media. I'm like, look, I know that this would do really well. They're instantly interested in those data numbers.
Yeah. What happens a lot of times with affiliates is they purchase ads or they have some overhead that they got to account for. So they're not just doing it just to see what they're going to make, but they got to make sure it makes sense business wise too.
Yep.
And
we just talked about that ROI.
Yep. And if it doesn't make sense for them, they're not going to get into a deep conversation about it. So they want to know right out the gate. But again, I understand where you're coming from, where you want to have that conversation, but not the first conversation.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. Like I was saying, it is important, what we're able to offer and everything, but coming out of the gate, it's like, that's just for me personally, just getting personal here. That's just a little bit of a turn off for me, but hey, sometimes at the end of the day, that's exactly what you need to do. There's going to be those ones that, like you were talking about, that's our time is an investment as well. Our time is worth money. So they just want and need that information up front. So it is a case by case. I love working with the affiliates that are just starting out their blog and they're looking to grow and they have such a message to put out there. It's something that makes me feel good about what I do when I know that there are those, individuals out there that are really trying, that maybe get overlooked by other companies. And then we do have our larger companies where I appreciate them to death, but they just need those solid facts. They've had people writing for them for years. They have teams that work with them. And so, I kind of had, those are my set it and forget it, even though they are personalized and we do have our check-ins monthly, we go over reporting. That's still very important. But the numbers at the end of the day, because they're such a large business compared to an individual blogger just starting off, you kind of have to play that card, whichever person, you're not going to talk to that individual just starting off, the same way that you're going to talk to this multi-billion-dollar business that's promoting your program as well. It really is, a case-by-case basis.
Again, it seems to be the common theme. It just comes around to being able to personalize the message. It's what it comes down to.
Always.
So if the people listening get nothing out of it, at least understand that personalizing the affiliate experience is the key to success. It's not guaranteed, but it is a big part of it, and understanding where or what the affiliates value and catering to them that way. But no, that's great, Faith. I appreciate you sharing everything that you have. A little bit off of the affiliate program now, where do you go to still learn about affiliate marketing and affiliate management? Like, are there places that you go online, or specific websites or blogs that you read?
Oh, absolutely. There are several podcasts that I like to listen to, as well as, like I was talking about, there's several Facebook groups. I actually do my research when I go to those too, because sometimes just because a Facebook group has 20 or 30,000 people, there's not really any good information. There's not a lot. So a lot of the times I find that the smaller Facebook affiliate groups, the smaller affiliate groups that are, on LinkedIn following, affiliate managers there, the tips and tricks that they offer a lot of the times are stuff, wow, I didn't know this was happening. Or they talk about new software or a new company or a new process that they're working on. So I'm constantly following those groups. I also, with the company that I worked with before for my education, I'm lucky to still be a part of that group. So they offer webinars. They offer other additional continued life learning lessons. So I'll be able to go through those. And sometimes there's tests, sometimes there's not. So that really helps in that aspect. And then also, really, I'm a Google kind of girl. I know it's so sad, but I will. Anytime I can, if I see a term or a program or something mentioned in a group, I'll go back and research it and see how it could complement our current system, or see if I can run that report. Be like, ooh, I like that data. Let me go back into my program and see if I can run that report as well. So it's just a constant matter of being open and being alert. So I'm, not dropping any names on, websites or particular people that I listen to, because everyone's going to resonate with someone different. If anybody wants to know who I personally am, you can drop my email and they can send me a message and ask who I personally like, and I would be glad to share.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because the Google is everyone's go-to for no matter what. Even not affiliate managers, non-affiliate managers, that's the first thing they do. Their kid gets sick and they Google the symptoms right away, and then they become a doctor right away, and it's just absolutely nuts. But what I've been finding lately is I've been finding a lot of little Chrome extensions that help me do my job better as well, and make my time more efficient. And maybe one of these episodes I'll share my my little software and Chrome extensions. But I've been, the last 3 days, I've found 2 new ones that I've been implementing, and they've been one's for a business development. It lets me know what companies in the Google search have affiliate programs and where they're at, so I don't have to go on their website.
And see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Perfect.
And then I have this other one that it finds content on a website and scans it for affiliate links, so that if it's an affiliate site or not, so that you can approach it differently and make it more personal, or your messaging will be different if they know how to do affiliate marketing versus if they don't. So it's education comes in so many different variations, not just reading a book or reading a blog or a podcast or listening to a podcast. You can just find tools that help make your life easier and help you optimize your program. And that's what it comes down to. You can't be doing the same thing with your affiliate program month in and month out. It's just gonna stop working eventually. You got to figure out ways to raise the bar and optimize it, whether it be looking at a competitor's affiliate program and identifying, oh, wow, they're doing this and it seems to be working. Well, you know what? Let's try a variation in our program and see. And it can never hurt to test things. And that's what I recommend highly, is just testing certain strategies and processes. Just to see, because you never know. It may work and it may end up being a business changer. You never know.
Mm-hmm. And of course, like you were talking about, even with site rankings or keyword searches, or looking up who's promoting something opposite of your program or something even in the same lane as your program. And a lot of the times, like you said, finding those different tools and finding those different assets that you can use for optimization. That was one of the keywords I picked up from you, was optimization is key. You want to make sure that you're getting the most done in the most efficient amount of time, because that then allows you to be more personable. Because if you're doing all this background stuff and you're doing all, like you said, month after month, the same thing, you kind of become stagnant if you're not going to grow. And then there's, like, again, using that word detriment, you become a detriment to yourself and your company if you just let stuff fall to the wayside and you don't continuously try to find, like you were talking about, those Chrome extensions. I'm excited about those now because I will be learning from you and then posting in my group to share with others. So I love
absolutely.
it.
I'll share with you after this because I'm going to do another episode about all my software that I use that makes my life a lot easier. And some things are not for everyone either. And you gotta figure out what works best for you. And touching back about the optimization that's one of the 5 key elements of program management is optimization.
Right.
It should be done at all times. It shouldn't be done when you see something not working anymore. It should be constant exercise within your affiliate program to keep the longevity and to keep it from going stagnant and keep your affiliates engaged and happy. Because if you don't have affiliates that are happy and they're engaged and they're promoting your product, unfortunately, your program is going to suffer. And that's not really the name of the game here. The name of the game is to keep growing, finding different partners and optimizing.
Yes. Agree 100%.
So just going back to your the actual product of your that you give your students and what they get out of it in terms of the education, just briefly go into you don't have to go too much into detail, but just talk about like the different levels that they can go at, and so that if someone is on a different budget than another person, they can still do this. And I think that'd be interesting to know, just because if someone's looking to start a web-based software or like a educational platform, you got to keep in mind that not everyone is going to be on the same playing field, like financially, and you got to have different levels. So please explain that a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. First off, I would love to say that anyone, regardless of basic education level, can learn bookkeeping if they're so inclined and can register for this program outside of the monetary investment. And I did touch on how bookkeeping is not necessarily for everyone, but if you're pretty good with numbers, you have an eagle eye for when things aren't quite adding up, and maybe you do have some accounting background or whatnot, it could be the perfect course for you. Now, for someone wanting to come into our program, we offer 2 different registration options. We have a full course, which is access to the entire Bookkeeper Launch program with additional group coaching. That is with our founder, Ben. He allows group setting time with him along with extra lessons. If that's something that you're interested in doing, you can either decide to pay for the full course at one time, which is $2,999, or you can break that down into 12 payments of $299. Now, the $299 is usually a pretty good approachable amount, but we do understand that still might be a little bit out of the reach for some. And again, like we said, we're value first. We really want to help individuals, start an online business, a virtual business that can go anywhere with them, and we want to see them succeed. So if you're not able to do the group coaching with Ben, you still get access to the full course, and you're able, without that additional coaching, you're able to enter in it at a full pay option for $1,999 or the 12 payments of $199. Now, for most individuals starting off with your own business, learning an educational platform of bookkeeping, business establishment, and marketing skills, $199 a month is going to be something that most people can try to budget in and work around. It's a lot better than dropping so much money on a college course or on a simple book or something that you're not going to get one-on-one attention. Because regardless of however you sign up with the additional group coaching or, without it, you're still going to get access to our amazing Facebook family. Right now, we have students in there that have been with us from the beginning, from back in 2015, 2016, 2017, starting off with us. And we've now amassed to well over 6,500 students that you get to ask whatever questions that you need. So you have 24-hour support with our private group. You also have access to our team. Everyone's been through the program. They all have, successful bookkeeping businesses of their own. So if you have questions with the lessons, or if you have questions about your business, or questions about potential clients, or a client you happen to be working with, you're going to get that education and that assistance from our support team as well. We have weekly webinars. We have Solution Spotlight, where, for instance, we bring on companies such as Receipt Bank or Bluehost, or different companies that we work with that benefit the business establishment for our students. They come on and answer questions. We have legal lunch with a lawyer where you can ask questions about establishing your LLC or S Corp or C Corp, depending upon your needs, with contracting or writing up engagement letters such as that. So you get an all-around program based on your particular needs, but it doesn't matter your price point. You're still going to be given everything you need in order to succeed with this program, as long as you put in the work. We're not going to give you clients or look for clients for you, but from our successful students that we see, they follow the lessons, they make the investment. And of course, you do have to turn around and look up your own company. You have to start your own company. It's not something that we do. You investigate in your state, whatever business license or legalities you have to follow. So everything is a step-by-step process where you go from A and then you go to Z, and you have lifetime support. So we're one huge family. And that's why I think it's another thing with me with affiliate marketing, is that I want people to realize that this isn't just a set it, forget it, one-time purchase. This is an investment that our students are making. And it's not a small investment, because even if they do the 12 payments of $199 or the 12 payments of $299, it's still a large investment for middle-class America right now to take a part of. So we appreciate our students and we appreciate our affiliates. And I just can't speak any more highly of our program, that it's actually, one of those ones out there where we stand by what we have to offer. And of course, we're always open to feedback and we make changes. So it's evergreen. If we add new lessons in, if we add new models in, if we add, webinars in, it's constantly being updated to keep with the times. Like you said, don't stay stagnant. We got to keep our students happy, keep our current students happy, our future students happy, and stay with the times.
Yep, absolutely. I appreciate you sharing that with me. It gives a good overview of the program and the support that you get with it. And that's important, especially with like e-learning and software. Support sometimes is a detriment for some companies, and it seems like you guys have a pretty solid support system with not only with customer support, but also additional trainings and other ways that they can learn and learn to set up a business, which is phenomenal. And you don't hear that too often.
Right.
No, it's phenomenal stuff. Faith, we're about to wrap up here, but I wanted to ask you one last question. As an affiliate manager, like in terms of advice, what would you give other affiliate managers that are either struggling to just figure things out, or just any advice in general that you want to just throw out there?
Oh, for sure. I'll just touch on this for about a minute. Just a couple of things. First and foremost, for those that are struggling, don't struggle alone. For the love of good gosh, you are not going to grow if you don't ask questions. And if you're too afraid to ask questions, then get out. That might be harsh, but it's the truth. You need to educate yourself and learn. And a lot of the times showing your vulnerability and saying, hey, I don't know this, but I want to learn this. Where can I go? What can I do? That's important. Once you get over that fear, and I know we didn't talk about, the imposter fear, and when you're there and you have questions or you don't know something, don't act like you do, and don't, sugarcoat something or make something up. No, you need to be on point. You need to be factual. You need to be correct. You need to be able to back up your work. And once you get more comfortable in what you're doing, love what you do. Show that you genuinely care, not only to your affiliates by making it personal, but to your company as well. What can you do to go above and beyond to make your affiliate department the best it can possibly be? Not comparing yourselves to other affiliate departments. What can you do? Where's your low-hanging fruit? What ways can you make and optimize your processes today versus tomorrow? When we get comfortable and, we don't, like you said, look outside the box for those ways to, make things better, you're not going to get better. When you're confident in yourself and you're confident in your work and you're not afraid to ask questions, trust me, your affiliates are going to feel that. They're going to recognize that. They're going to want to grow with you. Your company is going to recognize that, and they're going to want to help empower you to grow as well. So educate yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and love what you do.
That is phenomenal advice. And getting back to the asking a question, that is something that I struggled with at the beginning. I was afraid to ask for help because I was afraid that the person I worked for would think I was incompetent and couldn't do my job. So I just figured it out on my own. But in hindsight, I probably should have asked for help, because one of the first things I do when I bring on a new person for my team is I said, just don't be afraid to come to me and ask a question. That's the number one thing I say, is because you're not going to grow if you don't ask questions, because curiosity is natural.
Right.
And if you're not asking questions or willing to learn, then yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of a struggle in your career and possibly even life. But yeah, no, I say just ask questions and ask a lot of questions, because in my opinion, there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Nope.
Because everyone learns differently and everyone has different ways to do things. So just straight up ask questions. And that's where I'm going to leave that at. But Faith, I appreciate you coming on. Now, where can the people that are listening, if they want to get a hold of you and talk to you or learn more about bookkeepers.com, how can they get a hold of you?
Oh, absolutely. Well, you can always go to our site. We do have bookkeepers.com. You can check out all of our programs. You can check out the affiliate link, the about us, anything you want to know. You can personally email me. I'm Faith, that's Faith, at bookkeepers.com. So I'm open to any types of questions or comments or feedback. I'll take it all.
All right, Faith. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your experience so far in the affiliate manager world. And I will be in touch with you soon.
Oh, it's been real. Thank you so much, Rick.
Oh, you're very welcome.
We want to hear what you thought about this episode. You can email Rick directly at rick@bearcatmedia.com or leave a review where you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe because new episodes will be released every Wednesday. Thank you for listening to the Rick McGinnis Show podcast. Never miss an episode by subscribing to the podcast in iTunes, Google Play, and wherever podcasts are available. To learn more about Rick, go to bearcatmedia.com.